Good morning, guys, and happy Monday to you. Just stopping in to give you a little idea of what my weekend went through this week. I've been playing with Facebook Marketplace, buying whatever nitros I could find that are a decent price, so I kind of did a thing. So Friday was kind of cool. Guy puts up a T-Max on Facebook. This isn't it. Let's jump forward because that T-Max is over here. All right, this guy had this thing on Facebook for $450 with a broken rustler for weeks. I messaged him like, dude, I'll give you like $200 for the whole lot. So wound up with a nice, good running 3.3 T-Max, a gallon and a half of fuel, half a gallon of Byron, and a gallon of Sidewinder, 20%. I'm okay with that. So we went ahead, had fun. I went down, picked that up. The guy was local. Then another guy Saturday or Friday night puts on, he's got a T-Max for $200. I go to the guy's house. Nice T-Max 3.3, nice body. So he goes ahead and I get the T-Max from him. I'm like, what else you got? So he's like, well, I've got this E-Max. I'm like, well, all right, let's check it out. So, but mind you, I did a little repair to this thing. It was absolutely broken in half. So I came up here on Saturday, grabbed some parts, because it's most of it besides the chassis is T-Max. So I got a complete E-Max now with energy shocks. Nothing really special about it. Still got the Novak speed controller in it. What else you got? I look up on the shelf. The dude has a Traxxas monster buggy, crusty as hell, but it's sitting on his top shelf. So I'm like, well, dude. Pulled it down. I looked at it. It's fairly complete. It's ugly. I mean, it is not a pretty vehicle. But it's in reasonably good shape, missing the wing. But the cool part is they kind of still sell this thing as an FG Martyr. And also, we'll swing over to here. Try not to get too much of this LED light up here. But that Duratrax Firehammer, that's all the same chassis. So there's a lot of parts still available for these things. I'm like, all right, we're good. And you're not going to believe this, but I scored 2 more tackle boxes for my collection. And the coolest part about when people are getting out, you wind up with a lot of these Rubbermaids and these little tackle box organizers full of parts. And with that particular T-Max and the Traxxas, the big one, of course you get a box of parts. So I got a nice Revo dual exhaust, bunch of control arms, a couple extra engines, air filters. Everything's cool there. So let's go into the Nitro Pimp workshop and show you some other things. This was kind of part of the first buy. So it was this T-Max. The guy had it for $200. Very incomplete. Missing the shock caps. I got some shocks for it. Missing the spur. I'm actually just I'm gonna put a transmission in it. I'm not gonna bother trying to do all that. I'm gonna use one of the motors from the other cars. And then with this one was a very broken in half rustler. But got all the parts. I'm guessing it's 2S brush. What speed controller? Yeah, it's an XL5, so I mean it's junk, but I'll make a car out of it. Got a couple of spare wheels, 2 sets, good stuff. Oh, part of this buy, I did pay $200 for it, but I also got a fairly complete Kyosho FW06 with a broken control arm in the rear. But I got it running. It runs really good. I didn't really want it, but hey, for $200, you got to bring these things back. This thing deserves it. And if anybody knows what this head is, I have never seen a head like this, but it is a 2.5 and a really weird looking clutch. But the motor mount's there. I got plenty of motors for these things. Then we played around a little bit more. Went on A-Main, got me another GT5, got me a whole bunch of new receivers. So I got the Duratrax Firehammer going. And, I did a thing with my Jeep. So, some of you know me, I do weird things. So I took an SCX Jeep. I put a X-Max 8S speed controller, X-Max motor, used a Vidavon motor mount, and it's on 8S, but it's hard on bodies, especially when you cut the roof off. So I spent some quality time this weekend. I got me a clear body, painted it up. Orange is kind of my jam, so it's in there. So we'll be running that probably in 2 weeks at DFD out in Plant City. I took this Duratrax body, which is a new car, but I had no stickers for it. I took it home. I got some stretchy vinyl, so at least I made some windows for it. But what I'm dying for this thing is she got a hole in the gas tank, and I can't seem to find a gas tank. And when I say this car is in good shape, let me flip it over. This car's never been ran. The guy I got it from bought it on Facebook for $100, and it literally, he said he never ran it. He just kind of bought it, put it, and didn't do nothing with it. So I'm kind of dying for a tank because I want to see if this thing runs. It has a, I think you can't even tell what's in. I got to pull the gas tank on, but I think it's a 21. So that was pretty much our weekend, guys. Pretty much our weekend. Next weekend we're going to be at the, we're going to be in the Orlando Cash for RC Swap, buying a whole bunch of stuff. And then later on today, once I get some work done, I'm going to sit there and I am literally going to tear this place apart to find that FW06. I'm not saying it's lost. I just don't know where the hell it is. Well, guys, you have a wonderful RC weekend and a wonderful Nitro week. Remember, no matter what, if it's possible, bring them back from the dead. Later, guys.